Alright guys, it's Khalid from Fat Guy Skinny Wallet here. I'm about to go out for a run. It's like 5:20, 5:25, something like that. It's pretty hot out here, but I don't know what the temperature is right now. Anyway, I'm about to go out for a run, but I forgot my Scully, so I'm going to run back upstairs and go get it. And trying out a couple things on my phone, so we'll see how well everything comes together. But I'm going to definitely run for a mile. I'm going to see how far past a mile I can push it. I seriously doubt I'll be able to do 2, but you know, doubling my performance in a couple days, I don't think that's realistic. But I'm going to push and see if I can do like a mile and a quarter or something like that before I need to walk. But my intention is to do at least 2 miles, maybe 3 in total, but I will have to take some walk breaks. Alright, see you guys soon. Alright, I'm back, and I just tried a new app to test out with my run, so I'm going to be looking at some numbers off to the side while I tell you what happened. But I got around the first mile. During the first mile, my left shin started burning, and it just felt like regular burning, you know, if you do weight training or, you know, you do any type of resistance training and you get to the last few reps you can do. It started burning like that. Only my left one. So I think it could be because of the uneven road, because I usually run right next to the sidewalk so I don't knock people over, you know, when they're walking on the street. And I switched to the sidewalk, got a little better, but I had to stop after the mile mark. I think I got like 1.06 miles, and then I had to stop to stretch my calf. Stretch my shin. So yeah, I mean that you know, stopped it right there, but then I just went on after I stretched. Between there and 1.2 miles, there was some walking and stretching and trying to get my shin feeling better so I can complete the run. You know, and then I started running on from there. I actually went around the block 2 times. So this new app that I use, actually I went around 2 times, and then I went past where I live all the way to the end of one of the blocks, and then came around through the parking lot, which I'm trying to judge now. There's a lot. I think the parking lot's about between 0.3 and 0.4 miles. So anyway, you know, if you want to try to look, there you go. I have no idea what you're seeing right now, but anyway, hopefully you're able to see something from that. If not, don't worry about it. But anyway, I did, my overall pace was 13 minutes, 35 seconds to complete a mile. The first mile was done in a little over, I think it was about 12 minutes. Might have been a couple seconds over. But anyway, my pace slowed down a little bit because of the walking I had to do on the second and part of the third mile. So I ended up doing 2.42 miles, so almost 2.5 miles, which was pretty good for me anyway. I was running for 32 minutes and 56 seconds, I think. First time using this app, so I'm just trying to see what all these numbers are. So I think that was the total I ran. 13 minutes 35 seconds per lap or per mile, what they clocked me at. 2.42 miles. My overall pace was 4.42 miles per hour. You know, which is, you know, it's decent. When I did the 1 mile, I did it at 5. My last video. But here, sorry, I keep dropping the camera down. But 4.42, almost 4.5 miles an hour. So that's not too bad for doing almost 2.5 miles. I finished off with a sprint. So down this parking lot I was telling you about, that I think I tried to show you, that was about 3 or 4 tenths of a mile. I did a fat guy sprint, really. I mean, I can't sprint to save my life. But so I did a little fat man sprint here, and it was 6.33 miles an hour was the pace. So guys who run, I'm sure you can tell me that's a real slow time, 6.33 miles an hour. But anyway, that's what I did to finish up the walk. Alright, or the run, really. I can put this one up, and yeah, that's about it. The one thing I'm just going to say is, you know, with my my shin, it was burning throughout, and it wasn't just, oh, it was, you know, muscles. It did feel like a muscle, so it wasn't like shin splints or like I pulled anything. It was just constant burning. And then it started coming up to my knee a little bit because I was starting to overcompensate and I was changing my gait a little. So, yeah, just do you guys have any tips for that? I was doing a stretch that someone showed me, and it worked really well to get it loose. But then, I run for about quarter of a mile, start to feel a little tight again. So I just have to keep pushing through, or just have to stand still and stretch. And let me just say, when I stood still to stretch, I did pause the app. So you don't have to put comments and saying, oh, you actually did it faster. It wasn't for you stopping 2 or 3 times. No, when I stopped, I paused the app. So I probably was out here for about a minute, stopped. It took me a minute overall to stretch the 2 or 3 times that I stopped completely to stretch. Other than that, I was just walking fast and trying to stretch while I walked. I looked pretty silly. I was kind of dragging my foot, trying to stretch it with every other step or something. But anyway, if you guys have any tips for that, I mean, you runners, did I do the right thing by stretching and then keep pushing on, or should I just walk? I don't know. It didn't feel like I injured anything, and it feels fine now as I stand here and talk to you, but I feel it burning. But again, it feels like the burning that you get when you push your muscles to failure when you're doing weight training. So I didn't see anything wrong with it. Just felt like it was building up my muscle, but it would just bother me because it was on the left and not on the right. So anyway, I think I did good. I'd probably give myself a B. I had the desire to push further, but I wasn't able to because of my shin. But either way, I have to take off some points because of the shin. But I can't just be a C or a D because I did go almost 2.5 miles, and I'm still a real fat guy. As you can see, I got all this going right here. Look how I just grabbed that. You see that? Y'all see that, right? You see this, right? All right. So there you go. So I took all that with me, almost 2.5 miles. So I at least give myself a B for that. All right. Till the next time, Fat Guy Skinny Wallet. See you later.